Chapter 91 An Unexpected Encounter. Jiaqi, I am your sister Linlin. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Underground parking. Asakura Yuu broke into a cold sweat. She knew that this thing had sensed her, but she was just not sure where she was hiding. Looking for Taiwan Novel Network. The smelly wind kept howling, and Yu Asakura could only cover his mouth and nose and try not to breathe. The demonic wind just now was actually the breath of this monster. Has it grown again? What to do? Help. Yu Asakura spread his senses to look for any escape routes around him, and suddenly felt something under the car not far away from him. I don't know exactly what it is, but I can feel that thing trembling under the pressure. He knelt down carefully and was startled. It's a male spider. Hiss, hiss. It also found Yu Asakura, sticking out its tongue and making a greedy hissing sound, but it was suppressed by the breath of that thing and did not dare to move. An idea struck. I haven't tried it, but it's up to you. Asakura Yuu's ability was activated, and strange ripples appeared in the blue pupils. The human spider showed pain on its face, and soon all hostility disappeared and turned into a face as obedient as a licking dog. Asakura Yuu could feel that as long as he had a thought, this human spider could go through fire and water for him. I didn't expect that my charm would be useful against mutants. What a surprise. Go, help me lure it away. Hiss. The human spider carefully crawled out from under the car, then suddenly accelerated and ran into the distance. The strengthened body can walk close to the ground at very fast speeds. Roar. The copper bell's green eyes were startled, and the thick blood mist around him surged like a turbulent flow, and the huge body suddenly rushed towards the human spider. Two things, one large and one small, rushed out of the parking lot entrance. Yu Asakura breathed a sigh of relief, but her face turned pale in the next second, and the huge impact made her whole brain feel like it was exploding. The human spider was beaten to death, and her ability backfired on her for the second time in one day. I have a splitting headache. Let alone using my abilities, I can even walk a little staggering, but luckily he escaped. He wandered into his residential building, but Yu Asakura didn't notice that a camera in a corner behind him was quietly paying attention to this side. On the flat floor, Meng Fan had a panoramic view of everything that had just happened. Unfortunately, the thick fog prevented the eye of insight from capturing that monster. However, Meng Fan did not expect that the woman's information could not be viewed. Master, there is some kind of energy in this woman that blocks the system's scanning. It is most likely some kind of ability that she has awakened. But I can be sure that she is a beauty who meets the inclusion requirements. Interesting. In addition to hypnosis, he also has hidden abilities. Is this guy a dual power user? It is possible that people with dual powers are rare, but it is not impossible. Meng Fan didn't pay much attention because he had more important things to do now. A familiar figure has appeared on the surveillance camera on the other side. A distinguished guest is coming. Trembling all over, not scared, but excited. The day is finally coming. Just as he was about to pick up his weapon and go out, a murderous sneer suddenly appeared on his lips. How boring it would be to kill him like this. Dial the cell phone. LV Jiaqi, I have a task for you. At the southeast corner entrance of the underground garage, Li Yandong and his group were entering. Everyone had weapons in their hands and grins on their faces. Finally successfully entered the West District of Fenghua Primary School. This is a wealthy area. They usually don't even have the qualifications to enter this community, but now they can step in here openly. Not just Meng Fan, there is no one here who is not worth tens of millions. To them it is full of treasures. Just digging into a house is an unimaginable gain. Looking around, the luxury cars that they usually couldn't even touch were now gathering dust in front of them like garbage. With a bang, the younger brother punched the windshield of the Land Rover next to him. The feeling made him fly up. Ha ha ha, it's so cool. Someone started, and the other boys also picked up their weapons and smashed them. The surrounding luxury cars were smashed to pieces. The adrenaline rush made them hooked. Many people also found many valuable watches and jewelry from the car. Take them all and wear them on your body. Li Yandong sneered. Okay, these are all insignificant things. When we kill Meng Fan in the future, the entire Western District is not up to us. We don't have anything we want. Yes, these rich people cherish their lives very much. It is estimated that there are not many awakened people now. Maybe we can easily occupy the entire building, and with the help of this underground garage, we can occupy all the surrounding buildings. You can do whatever you want then. I'll do 10 of them a night. How can there be so many rich women for you to play with? Then I'll fuck a rich woman 10 times, that the boys went crazy. I have all seen those noble ladies traveling, all of them showing off their delicate skin and tender flesh, so noble that they are like 2 worlds apart, but now you can immediately trample these pretty ladies under your feet, and even capture them and enjoy them day and night. Everyone feels like they have been given a shot of blood. This Doomsday is not so difficult. Let's go. Kill Meng Fan first. Go that way, and that's my building. With Luo Tianyu leading the way, everyone soon came to the bottom of the residential building where Meng Fan lived. At this time, Lu Xiang suddenly shouted, "Who? Come out!" The blood mist surged in front, and more than 20 figures walked out of the blood mist. The 2 sides stopped a few dozen meters apart. The blood mist blocked both sides from seeing who the other side was. "Where are you from?" a voice came from the other side. "Damn, they must be residents of this community. They must have good things on them, boss. Why don't we kill them in one go and grab all the things?" The younger brothers were ready to move, but were stopped by Linlin. Now that the rain has just stopped, those who dare to go out hunting are definitely not ordinary people. Besides, the other side has more people than us. Do you know how many awakened people there are here? What if we can't beat them? Although they are all awakened, Linlin, Lu Xiang, Lu Dezhu and Wang Fong can basically be ignored in a real fight, and Luo Tianyu is just a scumbag. Only Li Yandong and his 4 brothers can fight. There are more than 20 people on the opposite side, and a small part of them are awakened. They can't handle it. Li Yandong also agreed. "Dear, you are still insightful. What do you think we should do? Try not to make enemies, and get rid of Meng Fan first. Speak quickly. Where are you from?" The other side was obviously getting impatient. Li Yandong shouted, "Don't be afraid, we are also residents of the West District. We just want to go down to the car to find something to eat when the rain stops." The other side became more alert after hearing, "Fuck you, this parking lot is all ours. Get out of the way." The other side cursed, but the leader raised his hand to signal, "Okay, it's all the same community, there's no need to make it so awkward." A young, thin and tall sissy walked out from behind the blood mist, "But to be honest, this area has been occupied by us. You have to go somewhere else to find food." Li Yandong's pupils shrank. His intuition told him that this sissy was definitely an awakened one, and very strong, but Linlin was surprised. "Is it Jiaqi? I'm your sister Linlin." Chapter 92 The World View Explodes. I will protect Xiaoting's happiness. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sister Linlin. Linlin and Xiaoting are good friends, and they even had dinner with Lu Jiaqi. Both parties laughed, and then they realized that something had happened. It turns out it was all a misunderstanding. "Everyone, please come out." Seeing that the more than 20 people behind him were all neighbors in the same building as him, Luo Tianyu also relaxed and started chatting. After a few pleasantries, Linlin suddenly changed the subject. "How is Xiaoting?" "Don't mention it. Xiaoting was caught by that beast. I haven't seen Xiaoting since that day." When mentioning this, Lu Jiaqi immediately showed resentment on her face. He clenched his fists and almost shed tears, but there was still a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "But that Meng Fan also said that he was only imprisoning Xiaoting. As long as I help him work according to his instructions, I won't do anything to Xiaoting. So in the past few days, I have worked hard to help him clean up the monsters here and look for food. One day he will return Xiaoting to me." After hearing this, Linlin and others looked at each other. This guy doesn't seem to know that his girlfriend has been unlocked or that he unpacked it in front of them during the video. Li Yandong felt a little sorry for Lu Jiaqi. This guy's head was completely green, and he was tricked by Meng Fan into helping to look after the house and the home, but Linlin was overjoyed. Does she know how pure Lu Jiaqi is? At the beginning, she had specially exchanged dog-walking experiences with Xiaoting, and she knew that Xiaoting had already tied Lu Jiaqi to death. tell Lu Jiaqi what happened to Xiaoting, and he will definitely hate Meng Fan to the bone. There is also progress on Luo Tianyou's side. He found his neighbors and immediately asked about Meng Fan. Everyone was furious. What's more, this damn guy actually blocked all the roads leading to the 11th floor, preventing us from taking refuge up there. He still wants us to do hard work for him and clear out the monsters in the parking lot so we can have food. This son of a bitch is not a good thing. Everyone was filled with indignation, and Wang Feng and Lu Dezhu were elated when they heard this. God help me. This is the disaster that God wants to kill Meng Fan. Wang Feng looked up to the sky and smiled, as if she could cut Meng Fan into pieces immediately. Linlin immediately pulled Lu Jiaqi aside. Jiaqi, I have news to tell you. Xiaoting has been played by Meng Fan. Impossible. Meng Fan promised me that he would never touch Xiaoting. It's true. He deliberately made a video of me just to make me angry. We all heard it. Luo Tianyou also added fuel to the fire. Yes, Xiaoting is screaming so hard. She keeps calling your name. We are almost crying. Oh. No, this is not true. After hearing this, Lu Jiaqi fell to her knees and howled miserably. She wanted to cry but could not shed a single tear. The only belief collapsed in an instant. As expected of you, Guzi. Lu Linlin was overjoyed and continued to add, Jiaqi, Xiaoting is also my good sister. I can't watch her suffer. Take your people and work with us. We will help you kill Meng Fan, rescue Xiaoting, and return your happy life to you. Li Yandong took out the tools he had prepared. Seeing the electric picks and electric drills, Lu Jiaqi finally had hope in her eyes. Sister, you can really help me. Of course I will help you, we are good sisters. Lu Linlin hugged Lu Jiaqi and said, this time, I will definitely save Xiaoting for you. Okay, then I will take you to settle the score with that bastard Meng Fan now. Everyone made up their minds and rushed towards Meng Fan's residential building. Li Yandong, Luo Tianyou, and the Lu family beasts kept laughing in their hearts. No one mentioned the important information that Meng Fan still had a lot of supplies at home. He was just using these people, not to mention that Li Yandong found that except Lu Jiaqi, the others were ordinary people. When the time comes, if you are willing to submit, accept him as your younger brother. If you are not willing, then kill him. The whole building will fall smoothly into their hands. Living on a large flat floor, they don't have to worry about food and drink. The wives and daughters of these people hiding in the building will also become their toys. Never dreamed it was so beautiful. Rush. A bright future lies ahead. Here we are, this is the building. I ran all the way up the stairs and soon arrived at the alloy gate leading to the 11th floor, but Li Yandong was dumbfounded when he saw the alloy door. This door is so thick that it's so broken that even a bomb can't blow it open. I have a solution. Lu Linlin whispered to Lu Jiaqi, we are hiding behind you, you go up and trick the door open, and then we all work together to kill Meng Fan. Overall, everyone feels good. Lu Jiaqi stepped forward and pressed the door lock. Brother Meng, we are back from patrol. Open the door. Okay, wait a minute. Li Yandong, Luo Tianyou, and Lu Linlin hid behind the crowd and all saw Meng Fan from the access camera, still wearing pajamas, looking lazy. Maybe he just got up, or maybe he was still riding on a woman a second ago, completely unaware that they were lying in wait outside. Very good, this damn bastard is finally in his hands. When Meng Fan closed the door, Li Yandong, Luo Tianyou and a group of younger brothers told Lu Jiaqi to step back, and they rushed to both sides of the door to prepare an ambush. Everyone rubbed their hands excitedly. This bitch will die in his own hands soon. With a click, the doors slowly opened, and Meng Fan was behind the door. When he saw Li Yandong, his whole body fell into a daze. Huh, Meng Fan, you idiot. Get him for me. Without Li Yandong's call, everyone burst into laughter at the same time. Don't kill him, let us stab him twice. Wang Feng and Lu Dezhu's wrinkled faces were full of excitement. Luo Tianyou's fat body was trembling with excitement. Lu Xiang was grinning, and Lu Linlin's eyes were full of bloodthirsty killing intent. but the expected scene of Meng Fan being knocked down did not appear. Instead, several screams suddenly broke out in the team. Linlin and others looked back in horror, only to see Jiaqi holding 2 daggers in his hands, with a wanton sneer on his face. In front of him, Li Yandong's brothers all fell down, their thighs were pierced, and blood was pouring out. "Brother Meng, I did okay." "Well, you all did a good job." Meng Fan was very satisfied. Originally, he could wait for them to go upstairs to die, but he always felt that this was not safe. Maybe a few of them would run away, even if they were Li Yandong's brothers. Meng Fan didn't intend to let them go, so he ordered Jiaqi to pretend to encounter by chance. With Linlin's work style, she would definitely use Xiaoting to make a fuss, just in time to lead them to this net. But I didn't expect that Jiaqi's licking angle was so unique, and she would also attack herself, which surprised Meng Fan. He is indeed a dog who can form a bond with the goddess. Awesome. Fuck, this is a trap. Li Yandong finally reacted, with Meng Fan in front and Jiaqi blocking the road behind. They can't run away. But they couldn't figure it out. Linlin had already exaggerated the abuse of Xiaoting to Jiaqi. Why Jiaqi would still cooperate with Meng Fan? "Jiaqi, what are you doing? Why did you betray us? When did I say I would cooperate with you? I have always been Meng Ji's man. But I clearly told you about Xiaoting. Meng Fan is your rival in love. He separated you and Xiaoting." Linlin still had a glimmer of fantasy in her eyes. She felt that she could still turn Jiaqi against her, but I didn't expect that after hearing that Xiaoting and Meng Fan were together. Jiaqi's face was full of happiness. "No, you are wrong. I only now understand that the person Xiaoting really loves is Brother Meng. As long as I see Xiaoting and Brother Meng happily together, I will be satisfied. And you actually want to kill Brother Meng to destroy Xiaoting's happiness. I will never allow it. Xiaoting's happiness must be protected by me. Fuck, explosion." Li Yandong, Linlin and others felt that their worldviews collapsed. Linlin knew that Jiaqi was a purebred licking dog, but I didn't expect that he could lick from this angle. Careless. The wailing of the younger brothers was in my ears, and the situation was critical because they were blocked from front and back, but Li Yandong and Linlin quickly calmed down. "It doesn't matter. There are only 2 awakened people, Meng Fan and Jiaqi, in front of them. Other ordinary people are not to be feared, but they have 4 male awakeners, Li Yandong, Tianyu, Lu Xiang, and Lu Dezhu. Linlin and Wang Fong are also awakened. There are also 4 injured brothers who are still capable of fighting even if they are attacked. Overall, their strength crushes Meng Fan's side. I guess Meng Fan doesn't know that they are all awakened, otherwise how could he be so careless to let them get close? In this case Li Yandong suddenly pounced on Meng Fan with his eyes wide open. "Kill them for me." Chapter 93. Playing with a bitch. No matter how obedient a bitch is, she is still a bitch after all. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Yandong laughed angrily. Lu Xiang, Lu Dezhu and the 4 injured brothers rushed towards Jiaqi. At the same time, Li Yandong and Luo Tianyu picked up their axes and rushed towards Meng Fan. "Anyway, the door is open, and you alone can still block so many of us awakened ones." But there was a roar. Li Yandong fell to his knees directly, and his legs were blown to pieces. Meng Fan had a shotgun in his hand and thrust it straight into Li Yandong's face. "Aren't you going to kill me? Why are you kneeling down?" "Ah!" Li Yandong screamed like a pig. Trey. Meng Fan, don't shoot, I surrender. Luo Tianyu was so frightened that the axe in his hand fell to the ground with a clang, his legs went weak and he fell to his knees. Damn it, Meng Fan has a troll in his hands. This is so funny. At the same time, several screams were heard from behind. The 4 younger brothers who rose up to attack were kicked to the ground for the second time. This time, there were several more bloody holes on their bodies. Lu Dezhu was kicked in the Zisenhall by Jiaqi, and he curled up into a shrimp on the ground and screamed. Lu Xiang was held by Jiaqi's throat with one hand, like a frightened quail. "Brother, I surrender, please take your knife away first. This thing is too unfriendly." Let's talk slowly if we have anything to say. Only Linlin and Wang Fong were left hugging each other in the middle of the corridor. There are somewhat similar faces with exactly the same confusion. What happened? Why was Jiaqi so strong? He had killed so many people in just a moment, and Meng Fan, no wonder he is confident. But why does he have a gun? This is unscientific. Everything was completely beyond their knowledge. Meng Fan was very satisfied with Jiaqi's performance. After accepting him, Meng Fan was not stingy. He had enough fruits with 3 attributes and could just eat them as snacks. These people are considered awesome if they can withstand Jiaqi's kick. Now even if she encounters a level 2 mutant, Jiaqi can still walk it like a dog. Husband, I was wrong. Husband, I was really wrong. Misunderstandings are all misunderstandings. Linlin reacted the fastest and hurriedly knelt down to Meng Fan and begged for mercy. Wang Fong followed closely behind, crying so hard, "My good son-in-law, we just want to see if you are doing well. We will feel relieved if you are doing well." There were actually 2 tears left. Yo, you can come up with such nonsense reasons. She is indeed my mother-in-law. Meng Fan laughed. Yes, you came to see me with a pickaxe, electric drill, and machete. Thank you very much. Meng Fan slapped Linlin and Wang Fong from left to right, causing both halves of their faces to swell like pork on the spot. A sinister smile appeared on his lips. Now he can do whatever he wants with these people, but even if you kill him, so what? Slowly torturing them to death was what Meng Fan wanted. Wanting to live. Think. Husband, give me a chance, we don't want to die. Linlin and Wang Fong nodded wildly. Meng Fan threw 2 high-voltage electric batons at the 2 of them. Stun the other 2 people, then tie them up and drag them to the corridor upstairs. You can do it. This. The 2 of them looked embarrassed, especially when they looked at the others with shock in their eyes. If you are tied up by Corona, you really have no chance. Besides, now that the 2 of them have high-voltage electric batons, why don't they deal with Meng Fan? It's so close, just a touch away. Hey. Luo Tianyu and Li Yandong kept winking at Linlin, and Wang Fong also peeked at Linlin. The meaning is obvious, come together and kill him. At this moment Meng Fan happened to turn around chance. Wang Fong's mind went crazy on the spot. Die! He pounced on him and stabbed Meng Fan hard in the back with his electric baton. Then there is no electric sparks popped out. Fuck, Meng Fan, the thing you gave me has no battery. Meng Fan turned around with a joking sneer. Old dog, do you think I'm really stupid? Ha, I just want to play with you. After saying this, he immediately took out another high-voltage electric baton and stabbed it into Wang Fong's soft private room. No, stop. A blue electric current visible to the naked eye burst out. Wang Fong twitched wildly, foaming at the mouth, and a burning smell came out of the electrocuted chest. After 2 sharp lashes, a stench instantly overwhelmed the burnt smell. Shit and urine came out. Meng Fan put on a mask to block out the smell and was very satisfied with his work. It's your turn. Linlin was frightened for a while. Don't shock me, I'll stun them for you. If my mother doesn't do it, I'll do it for you. Meng Fan smiled evilly, then I will give you another chance. Remember, just follow my standards. If you cut corners, I'll electrocute the shit out of you. After saying that, he took out a lot. There are hundreds of them, and each one is piercing with electric current. Seeing Linlin grabbing a high-voltage electric baton and walking towards him, the souls of Li Yandong and Luo Tianyu suddenly appeared. Wife doesn't want. But Linlin no longer cares about that much. Don't blame me. I also want to live. I was forced to do it. If you want to blame it, blame yourselves for being useless. I still have your child in my belly. Maybe it belongs to one of you. I want to live, so I can only wrong you. Just think of it as you 2 fathers who contribute to the child. Sizzle. He thrust hard into Li Yandong's arms. As the awakened one had a strong physique, Lu Linlin ensured the effect and electrocuted for a full 10 minutes before he made Li Yandong shit. Li Yandong was not only twitching, but also steaming, but there was also a benefit, that is, the two broken legs could not feel the pain. Next was Luo Tianyu. My dear, you can't. Shut up, the fat was too thick, and it was even electrocuted for a few minutes longer. Seeing Lu Linlin turn around and walk towards him, Lu Dezhu was so scared that his balls were broken and didn't hurt. Daughter, I am your father. Since I am your father, I have to think about your daughter. If your daughter doesn't want to die, you can only be wronged. You unfilial daughter, Zila, Zila, Zila. One by one, Li Yandong's injured brothers were not spared. Even the powerful electric baton ran out of power during the process, so Meng Fan specially replaced several new ones for Lu Linlin, but many people haven't eaten enough these days, so how can they have much shit? After more than 10 minutes of electric shock, they still couldn't poop. Lu Linlin was anxious. If you don't poop, then I will do it for you later. She was ruthless. I'd rather die than die with my friend. She grabbed another brand new electric baton and concentrated her firepower on 2 sticks at the same time. The effect was much better than one. Finally, only Lu Xiang was left. Seeing the crazy sister in front of him, he was already scared like a dog. Before Lu Linlin could do anything, Lu Xiang's crotch was automatically wet. Sister, you can't do this to me, I'm your brother. Then remember to poop your pants early, don't waste my time. No, you bitch, don't think I'll surrender. Meng Fan didn't expect that Lu Xiang would suddenly pounce on Lu Linlin and try to take Lu Linlin's electric baton. Unfortunately, the grip just happened to be on the head of the electric baton, and Lu Linlin happened to turn on the switch. Lu Xiang's muscles twitched when he was electrocuted, causing his fingers to hold the electric baton tighter. Lu Linlin couldn't even shake it off. He was beaten to a pulp until the whole brand new electric baton ran out of power. He foamed at the mouth and lost consciousness, and his whole hand was almost useless. Lu Linlin tied several people tightly and dragged them into the corridor. After doing all this, she was exhausted. Meng Fan, I have done it according to your requirements. An obedient bitch is a good bitch. Lu Linlin just breathed a sigh of relief after hearing Meng Fan's words. Suddenly, a high-voltage electric baton stabbed her in the stomach. She trembled, but did not faint immediately. Meng Fan, you. She stared at Meng Fan with wide eyes and despair, only to see Meng Fan's white teeth grinning. But no matter how obedient a bitch is, she is still a bitch. Chapter 94, Asakura Yuu changes his plan. Junlin's little brother asks for help. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The people behind Lu Jiaqi witnessed the whole process, and no one dared to speak. Everyone's scalp tingled, and they once again realized how cruel Meng Fan was. Some people had thought about it before, but now they are extremely glad that they didn't get so confused that they didn't do anything. Otherwise, it would not only be Li Yandong and his group who would fall down, but also himself. Meng Fan waved to Lu Jiaqi and threw a box of ham sausage on the ground. You have nothing to do here, go down and rest. Everyone performed well today. I am a person who rewards and punishes clearly. In addition to bread, everyone will also get 2 ham sausages. Brother Meng is awesome. Boss, we will follow you in the future. Everyone was smiling. Lu Jiaqi smiled and licked his face and approached Meng Fan. What about me? Of course your reward is different from theirs, and I guarantee that you will like my reward. Meng Fan patted Lu Jiaqi's shoulder encouragingly. My reward for you is that Sui Yuting will bring you meals in the future. Lu Jiaqi's eyes were wide open, and she was full of happiness. Long live brother Meng. Asakura Yuu finally hid back home, curled up on the bed and shivered. She suffered 2 backlashes today, which almost destroyed her charm ability. She ran all the way home and climbed more than 10 floors, and her physical strength was exhausted. Now she is so weak that she probably can't use charm again in a day. Fortunately, Meng Fan didn't realize that she was targeting him, and didn't follow him. Otherwise, if he came to her now, Asakura Yuu would become a lamb to be slaughtered. I don't know what kind of abuse he will encounter, but what Asakura Yuu cares more about is the monster just now. Thinking of the pair of copper bell-like green pupils, Asakura Yuu is still frightened, originally thought that she would not be afraid after awakening, but she didn't expect that the sense of oppression she felt would increase instead of decrease. However, the experience of successfully charming the human spider just now made her excited. If she can charm the human spider, can she also charm it? She took out her mobile phone and unlocked it. There was a photo on it. Yu Asakura was happily playing with an Alaskan sled dog. Continuing to flip back, all the photos were of Yu Asakura and this Alaskan. Yu Asakura's eyes were full of reluctance, and he even wanted to cry, until the last photo. It was a huge monster, and it was barely judged from the fur color that it was the previous Alaskan. But its whole body had mutated, the originally soft fur turned into sharp and hard steel needles, the whole body became extremely huge, and the pupils exuded a strange green. This was a precious photo that Yu Asakura had just taken the opportunity to take. That's right, the monster wandering downstairs was Yu Asakura's original pet Ampere. That day, Yu Asakura had just returned to the underground garage with Ampere from outside at night, and suddenly the end of the world came. Ampere wrestled with several human spiders to protect Yu Asakura, and was later swallowed by the blood mist and disappeared. When they met again, Ampere had become a monster. Perhaps because of the remaining memories, Ampere has been lingering nearby. Originally, Asakura Yuu was very sad about this, but if he could really charm, then Ampere would be able to return to his side. He could also get a powerful thug. Compared to Meng Fan, it is obvious that Ampere is more attractive to Asakura Yuu. The idea is very bold, but it is really feasible. After all, Ampere is obviously a mutant with a focus on strength, but these are all her estimates. Who knows the real situation? If it fails, he will be a delivery man. Suddenly slapped his thigh. Isn't there someone on the internet who specializes in posting to help identify Doomsday abnormal creatures? He must be able to see all the attribute information of Ampere. As long as the perception does not exceed 4, I can charm. If it exceeds, then I will upgrade the level as soon as possible and try to find Ampere again. But this alone is not enough insurance. Take out your mobile phone and make a call. Yu Yixuan is at home, sitting on the toilet, with a pink panty hanging under her knees, and a cute panda holding a big bamboo shoot on it. There is no way. Even a beautiful woman with extraordinary talent will be constipated after eating compressed biscuits for several days. Help. Woo-woo, my legs are numb, why don't you come out? Hurry up, I'm almost exhausted. Suddenly the phone rang, and the cute voice of Asakura Yuu came from the other end of the phone. Xiao, help me, my Ampere has mutated. Can you ask Junlin to show me Ampere's information? Yu Yixuan is a fashion design major, and she opened an online store specializing in cosplayer clothes and various accessories. Once, the clothes made by Yu Yixuan needed a tall beauty to try on and take pictures, but she couldn't afford the senior sisters of the school's modeling major, so she thought of posting a message online to find someone. It happened to be seen by Asakura Yuu. She happened to be a flat model and lived in the same community. After a while, the two became partners and good girlfriends. Ampere mutated? Oh my god! You are not injured. Hearing this news, Yu Yixuan was also very sad. Ampere was very well behaved. When she went to Asakura Yuu's house, she had ridden that big guy. He has great strength but soft hair. I didn't expect that I would become a victim of the end of the world. Why don't you post it yourself? Brother Junlin will read it when he has time. Isn't this anxious? And I hope that Brother Junlin can give me a strategy guide about Ampere. The more detailed the various habits, the better. I was thinking that you said you often chat with him. Yu Yixuan understood. Then I'll try to contact you and let you know if I have any news. Wow, oh, Xiao, you are so good, I love you. Yu Yixuan was also surprised when she saw the photo sent, such a big one. It looks so difficult. Forward to Junlin Tianxia, hoping to receive a reply as soon as possible. In addition, a pair of snow-white calves were suddenly tangled together, and the toes were digging in frantically. Woohoo, finally I feel it. Come on, work hard. In the corridor on the 12th floor, everyone opened their eyes one after another. He found that everyone was kneeling on the ground with their hands tied up. Meng Fan was sitting in front of them calmly, with the red wine in his hand rippling like blood. Woke up, .2 words that made everyone tremble. Brother Meng, please forgive us if you have enough. Brother Dong asked us to come here. We didn't want to kill you, ba ba ba. Meng Fan, I confess, it was Lu Linlin who instigated Brother Dong to deal with you. We never wanted to mess with you from the beginning to the end, Brother Meng. The younger brothers burst into tears and confessed, now I just regret that I didn't study well in the past, and only know a few sentences over and over again. If they had to do it again, they would definitely learn from it. Brother-in-law, please let me go. I'm still young. I haven't slept with Jiaqi yet. I can't just die like this. Lu Xiang burst into tears. Luo Tianyu was so fat that he was trembling with fear. Lu Dezhu began to tremble and became incontinent again. Wang Fong was so frightened that she almost had a heart attack. Her lips were numb and she wanted to speak but couldn't. Meng Fan quickly and kindly asked Lu Jiaqi to stuff 2 quick-acting heart-saving pills into her mouth. It's not fun to die too easily. Husband, I was wrong. I know you love me, and I am willing to change my past. Don't you love children the most? I'm going to knock out the bastard in your belly and make room for your child, okay? I beg you, don't kill me. Lu Linlin, a top-tier art master, was so frightened that she could not speak coherently. Even if she was tied up, she could not stop her from kowtowing to Meng Fan and admitting her mistake. Everyone is trying their best to beg for mercy, except one person. Don't beg him, it's useless. He has no intention of letting us go. Li Yandong didn't show much except that he looked pale, his legs were broken by shotguns, and the forks of bones fell out, but he was still so calm. He is worthy of being a big brother. Meng Fan couldn't help but give him a thumbs up. I was still hesitating on who to operate on first, but now I have it. Li Yandong, I just like your tough guy look. You won't live long anyway. How about? Do me a little favor. Chapter 95 Yu Yixuan's ability. Remote positioning. You are listening at novelfull.audio. He stood up and walked towards Li Yandong, with a grim smile on his face. He took out 2 chains, with 2 huge hooks connected to the front, which were still stained with blood. They were the iron hooks used to hang pork in the butcher's shop. This scene made everyone feel cold to the bone. Li Yandong trembled twice, and said, What do you want to do? I've already said that I want you to do me a small favor. Remember the domain name of this site, Taiwan Novel Network. After the word busy fell, Meng Fan suddenly raised the iron hook, and with a click, it penetrated Li Yandong's shoulder blade from behind and grabbed the scapula. Ah, let me go. Li Yandong screamed like a pig being slaughtered, but there was another sound of flesh and blood being torn, and the other shoulder was also penetrated. In order to be more attractive, Meng Fan took out a dagger and stabbed Li Yandong more than a dozen times to emit a stronger smell of blood. It's the same as the need to cut starch sausage into pieces before putting it into the oil pan. Meng Fan dragged the chain to the window not far away, grabbed the iron hook and threw Li Yandong out like a fishing rod. Clang! The iron chain rubbed against the window frame, making a harsh sound. It was dozens of meters long, causing Li Yandong to fall directly from the 11th floor into the blood mist. Dong dong dong. Meng Fan took out a special nail and fixed the other end of the iron chain to the wall. It's done. Meng Fan, pull me up, I don't want to stay here. I won't pretend anymore. You will be the boss in the future, and you will be my father in the future. Please pull me up. Li Yandong's tough guy personality collapsed instantly, and his shrill cries echoed in the blood mist. All the people kneeling in the corridor were trembling. This damn Meng Fan, he actually dared to do this. Is he fishing? No, using people as bait. What is he fishing for? But soon Li Yandong's begging for mercy turned into horrified wails. No, what is this thing? Stay away from me. Help, Meng Fan, pull me up, pull me up. Don't let these things get close to me. Ah, help, Meng Fan. Woo 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 woo. It was obvious that something was poured into Li Yandong's mouth, and the shrill wails turned into painful sobs and twitches. Even if you don't see the picture, it makes people feel numb. Everyone was scared to pee again, including Lu Linlin, but Meng Fan ignored these sounds at all. sat down and took out a fragrant Hong Kong-style fried rice, and ate it with a grunt. This damn and beautiful sound makes me hungry. It's really delicious. Devil. This guy is a devil. Fear enveloped his body and mind, as if he was in hell, and every second was torture. Finally, Li Yandong's screams finally stopped. At the same time, many people also saw Li Yandong falling from the building. The owner groups of several nearby buildings have exploded. Damn, I saw something go down from that building. It seems like someone jumped off the building. God has mercy on me, he has been holding on for so long and rescue is coming soon. Why did he jump off the building at this time? He is not jumping off the building. Listen, that person is not dead yet. He is calling for help. Oh my God, he was tied to an iron chain and thrown down. Which pervert is so careless about human life? The survivors of several high-rise buildings nearby rushed to the window, terrified. Someone asked what happened in a community group, but no one responded, including those residents who lived upstairs in the same building as Meng Fan. No one spoke. It is obvious that they are afraid of being retaliated against. They probably know that it was Meng Fan who did it, but after all, Meng Fan can see the messages he sent in the same group. If he knows that there are living people upstairs, will Meng Fan come up to kill them? Very likely. It is better to pretend to be dead. Others don't know this. Asakura Yuu was lying on the window, and from her angle she could see the window where Li Yandong fell from the building. Although she couldn't see Li Yandong falling into the blood mist, she could see the iron chain swinging as Li Yandong struggled. She was so scared that she swallowed her saliva. At this height, it should be the 12th floor. Is there a pervert living upstairs in Meng Fan's house? What happened to this building? First there was a murderer Meng Fan, and now there is another perverted murderer. She quickly ran back to the bed and covered her whole body with the quilt, and sent a message to Yixuan. It's terrible, there is a perverted murderer in the building next to me. I saw it. Someone has sent the photos and videos to the largest owner groups in the two communities, and now everyone is discussing who it is. You say, it can't be that Meng Fan, right? Asakura Yuu was still in shock, and remembered the scene where Meng Fan kicked Anthony to death. Yu Yixuan shook her head. It shouldn't be. He and his family used to live in our community. Neighbors said he was a nice guy. Then it's not him. This end of the world is terrible. People have become bad. The two comforted each other and returned to the previous topic. Hasn't that little brother Junlin replied to you yet? No, I don't know what he's busy with, but I suddenly remembered that little brother Junlin seems to live in the West District where you are. What, is this true or false? Well, he once said that he lives in your West District, and I've seen the photos he sent. Are there photos? Show me. Asakura Yuu was shocked when he saw the photos. The photo mainly shows the corpse of the human spider on the ground, but there is a window in the back, and the scenery outside the window is exactly the one downstairs. From this shooting angle. Asakura Yuu looked up in shock. Could it be that Junlin's little brother also lives in the building opposite? Oh my God, the Doomsday killing boss Meng Fan, the mysterious perverted murderer, and the little brother from Junlin are all in the building opposite? What kind of death group is this? Junlin's little brother is in danger. Asakura Yuu hurriedly told Yu Yixuan what he had discovered. Xiao Xian, please remind brother Junlin to be careful of this pervert. And that Meng Fan is not a good thing either. I'll be there right away. Ding ding ding. Meng Fan, who was smoking a cigar, suddenly received a message. Brother Junlin, be careful. There is a perverted murderer in your building. He uses live people to fish for fun. You must not send messages in the group these days, otherwise he will not let you go if he knows you live upstairs. A perverted murderer who fishes with live people. Are you sure you're not talking about yourself? Meng Fan was happy. Unexpectedly, this little sister actually cares about him, but how did she know she lived in this building? Could this be his superpower? Can he accurately determine the opponent's location? System, can such a power theoretically appear? Yes, there are at least 3 similar abilities that can achieve this effect, but the activation conditions are different. Meng Fan's eyes narrowed slightly. He feels quite good about Yixuan, and they have gotten along well with each other these days. Now he is kind enough to remind her, which shows that she is not a bad person, but none of this changes the threat that her abilities pose to Meng Fan. Although Meng Fan believed that Yu Yixuan would not do this and was confident in his own strength, it did not mean that Meng Fan could allow this threat to continue to exist. If someone kidnaps Yu Yixuan, it will be detrimental to him. What's more, the system said that this is a little beauty. They were all reincarnated into a community, so it would be too much not to win. It's almost time to go out for some activities. You can go look for this Yu Yixuan. There was other news, but Meng Fan didn't have time to read it, because Li Yandong had not made a sound for 5 minutes. It was time to pull him up. Meng Fan put on the biochemical isolation suit and walked to the window and started to drag the chain up. Blah blah blah, blah blah. This sound sounded to everyone's ears, just like the sound of cramps peeling off the skin, making everyone's skin tremble. Finally dragged Li Yandong back. Li Yandong was seen surrounded by a swarm of mutated flies, which were laying on Li Yandong's body and biting madly. The eyeballs were gone, leaving only a pair of dark eye sockets bleeding continuously. Countless mutant flies were darting in and out of the mouth, eye sockets, and nostrils. Egg laying and hatching were completed in just half an hour, and white fly maggots as thick as an adult's finger emerged from the flesh with their pointed heads swaying in the air. But the most terrifying thing is that this is it, Li Yandong, and you are not dead yet. Help, I. Hearing Li Yandong's dying moans, Wang Fong and Lu Dezhu were frightened and fainted on the spot. The others were so frightened that they almost stopped breathing, for fear that they would make a sound and get angry, but I heard Meng Fan angrily say with dissatisfaction, I can't catch the mutated beast even if I use a flower knife. Li Yandong, you are useless. Meng Fan actually wants to use Li Yandong to catch mutant beasts. This butcher. But Meng Fan would not waste the materials he had obtained. The corner of his mouth grinned in a cruel arc. But this is not bad. I thought of a new game. Chapter 96. A loving father and a filial son, a happy family. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Meng Fan took out a Nepali army knife and stabbed it into Li Yandong's chest, dissecting his entire chest and abdomen alive. He took out the internal organs, and a large number of white maggots appeared on them. He picked out a bunch of fat and round ones and put them on the plate, and sent Li Yandong and these bugs to the west with a burning grenade. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network. Kneel in a circle. Everyone didn't know what Meng Fan was going to do, so they had to do it. Unexpectedly, when Meng Fan approached, he actually picked up a fat maggot with tweezers. Tell me, if they were put on you, would it be fun? That everyone was scared to death. Meng Fan, what are you doing? Take these dogs away, stay away from me. Please don't let it get close to me. No matter how he screamed, Meng Fan still put the maggots lightly on everyone's head. The maggots immediately felt the scent of flesh and blood under their feet and actually bit the skin and tried to drill in desperately. It didn't hurt much, but the fear was enough to drive everyone crazy. They shook their heads frantically, but they couldn't shake them off. Wang Fong and Lu Dezhu were so scared that they didn't dare to continue to hit their heads to death. They got up and cried bitterly, please forgive us, we were wrong. We work like cows and horses for you, don't do this. What did I do to you? I just want to play a game with you. Meng Fan sat down leisurely and pressed the timer. The larvae of the mutant fly are fat and stupid. It takes about 1 minute to get in. You can try to find a way to get rid of it in this minute. Whoever gets rid of it can survive. Of course, the bite of this kind of maggot is very strong. You can't get rid of it by shaking it, but I can give you a hint. The sneer on Meng Fan's mouth expanded rapidly. You can help each other and pick this thing off each other's head with your mouth. It depends on whether you have the courage. Ha 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 ha. Everyone was petrified on the spot. Use your mouth to pick it up. What kind of perverted idea can come up with this? Not to mention that this is a fly larvae, not to mention that it was just dug out from Li Yandong's body. Who can eat it? Ugh. Lu Linlin vomited the overnight meal, and Lu Xiang vomited, cried and urinated, but Meng Fan chuckled twice. Friendly reminder, the little cutie is almost halfway in. Everyone was horrified. If you get drilled in, you will die. Don't die yourself. Come and help me. I won't, you help me first. There was a cry, and the brothers of Li Yandong started in pairs. They opened their mouths tremblingly and bit carefully. As a result, they used too much force and it exploded in their mouths. The strong acidic insect fluid made the man's mouth feel like he had swallowed a large mouthful of sulfuric acid, and he was in great pain. With a bang, Meng Fan took out his gun and shot the brother in the head. The first one is out. The others were even more frightened, but the only way to survive was in front of them, so they had to bite the bullet, but soon there was a problem. Someone had the insect taken away by someone, but was unwilling to help his companions take risks. I helped you get rid of the insect, you help me quickly. Brother, I can't do it. I can't risk my life. You don't keep your word. Credit is shit, you can just die by yourself, don't drag me down. Ah, I hate it. Seeing the insect drill into the brain, he fell to the ground and began to twitch, but the surviving companions were smug. I survived. That was enough. Looking back, I found Meng Fan picking up another bug with tweezers. You are companions, brothers in life and death. How can you betray his trust? You violated the rules, so I plan to reward you with an extra bug. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Ha ha ha. No. The little brother watched the bug fall on his face, penetrate his cheeks, drill into his esophagus, and roll into his stomach. He immediately felt a sharp pain in his stomach and rolled on the ground in pain. Despair is full. Don't, I was left behind. Who will help me? I'll give you money, 10 million. Save me. Wang Fong and Lu Dezhu teamed up, Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang teamed up, Li Yandong's big hands teamed up, and Luo Tianyu was left with no one to help, crying, wailing, kneeling on the ground to beg for mercy. No one paid any attention, and finally he could only beg Meng Fan. Meng Fan also looked reluctant. It's pitiful that the CEO of a listed company has fallen to this point. He smiled and said, but it's better to die. Meng Fan, you devil. Luo Tianyu couldn't even cry. Suddenly, he had an idea and slammed his head against the wall. He rubbed the Mediterranean's head against the wall frantically. He actually crushed the maggots to death. Although a large part of the scalp was corroded by the highly acidic insect fluid, a level 1 awakener would not be infected. He survived. He collapsed on the ground and cried with joy. The others were confused. Damn. They were all misled by Meng Fan. There is actually such a method. Ha ha ha, you idiots. Meng Fan laughed and slapped his thigh. The expressions of these dogs are so fucking interesting. Suddenly there was a scream. Lu Dezhu was helping Wang Fong catch the bugs, but Luo Tianyu was so shocked that he swallowed the bugs in his stomach, and he was paralyzed with fear. Son-in-law, help me, help me. I don't want to die. He knelt and crawled in front of Meng Fan. With his hands tied behind his back, he could only bend down and pick up Meng Fan's trousers with his mouth to beg for mercy, frightened and begging, full of desire to survive, but Meng Fan remained motionless. Talk to yourself. After the larvae enter your stomach, they will first eat your internal organs. This is their favorite food. Then they will lay eggs in your internal organs, hatch quickly, and when all the internal organs are eaten, they will turn into adult worms. The whole process takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So you can still live for a long time. Are you happy? Ha ha ha. Lu Dezhu was kicked away with one kick, and at the same time, severe pain hit him, making Lu Dezhu roll on the ground in pain just like the other guy who had the bug burrowed into his body. Kill me, kill me. Within a few seconds, Lu Dezhu collapsed, his bloodshot eyes begging Meng Fan to give him a good time, but Meng Fan remained unmoved, admiring the old beast's painful posture. So cool. Bite me hard. Old man. Wang Fong wailed and glared at Meng Fan. You beast, you will not die in peace. Oh, do you feel sorry for your husband? Then you can die too. Meng Fan poured the remaining worms on the plate onto Wang Fong. Wang Fong screamed in pain, but the worms immediately burrowed into the meat. Ah, help. Wang Fong had no hands, rolling and crawling toward his favorite son Lu Xiang, looking like a giant maggot. Daughter, save me, son, save mother. But Lu Xiang backed away crazily, joking, how could he finish so many? If it fell into his mouth or even on his body, he would die. Mom, we can't help you. If you want to die, don't kill me. Dad is dead. I am the only male in our Lu family. You, the mother, can't harm me. Go away. He kicked Wang Fang in the face and kicked him away, but he also lost his center of gravity and fell to the ground, but Wang Fang got up and continued to crawl towards Lu Xiang. Save mom, son, please save mom. Seeing that his mother was still crawling towards him, Lu Xiang was filled with despair and hatred flashed in his eyes, rolling all the way to Meng Fan's feet. Brother-in-law, you are going to kill my mother. You can't let her kill me. Chapter 97, The Number 1 Unfortunate Person. You are listening at novelfull.audio. You unfilial son, I am your mother. Wang Fangyan finally despaired. She couldn't imagine how her favorite son could treat her like this, but the bugs had already entered the body, the severe pain hit Wang Fang and she fell to the ground, rolling and convulsing. Wang Fang, Lu Dezhu, and the younger brother were all wailing sadly, which sounded like a beautiful trio to Meng Fan's ears. A full 7 or 8 minutes, seconds are like years. Taiwan Novel Network. That wails, screams, despair. Finally, with a pop, Wang Fang's belly exploded first, leaking out broken internal organs and a large number of insects. Then came the younger brother and Lu Dezhu, Luo Tianyu, Lu Linlin, and Lu Xiang all witnessed the whole process with their own eyes, and their scalps went numb. Click, Meng Fan pressed the stopwatch. It's game time, let me see how many people are still alive. Meng Fan raised his eyes and saw that only Luo Tianyu, Lu Linlin, Lu Xiang and one of Li Yandong's younger brothers were still alive. On a hot day, the 4 of us felt cold all over, but Meng Fan's shirt made them even more frightened. 4 of them survived. More than expected. This is not enough. Are you a devil? Yes, Meng Fan is the devil. Meng Fan stood up and walked towards the younger brother. I'm relatively familiar with the others. If that's the case, then you're just unlucky. Can this look familiar? Unfair. The younger brother was about to cry, but Meng Fan stepped forward and hung him on the hook. He was also stabbed more than a dozen times and then thrown downstairs. Didn't the corpses of Lu Dezhu and Wang Fang go to waste? The corpses were also hung on iron hooks, and the bait was thrown out through 2 windows. The insects in the corridor were also cleaned up by Meng Fan. His idea is simple, now the number of mutant beasts is slowly increasing. If you can catch one, you can make a delicious meal for Tong Lu and Sui Yuting to awaken. The fishing time with Li Yandong just now may have been too short, so this time Meng Fan planned to hang it all night and harvest again tomorrow. Maybe I can even catch that big green-eyed guy. He looked back at the 3 idiots Lu Linlin, Luo Tianyu, and Lu Xiang. He took out iron chains and fastened them around the necks of Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang, fixing them in the corridor like dogs, crouching in front of the 3 of them. He showed a devilish smile. As a reward for the winner, congratulations, you have been qualified to survive tonight. See you tomorrow. After saying that, he dragged Luo Tianyu downstairs. It's getting late and it's been another tiring day. Meng Fan decided to relax. Let's have some exciting shows. Hey hey hey. Another, 2 more were thrown out. It's not 2. I threw another one in this direction. It was 3. I saw 2 of them that looked like they were corpses. They were in tatters. What is this guy going to do? Is this devil preparing to store food, so he is making dried meat? Fuck. Shut up upstairs, I'm going to vomit. You're fucking sick, why are you posting this in the group? It's only been a few days since the end of the world, and although everyone can't eat well or sleep well, most people still have some food in their homes, so they won't fall to the point of cannibalism. Maybe some people who are forced to hide outside will eat people, but basically not in the community. Many people in the Phone-Gone human flesh community were shocked when they heard it. Many people tried to call the police, as expected. The call to the police still failed to get through. The smart guy also sent a message to the street committee and property management, hoping that they would come forward to handle these matters, but the street committee and property management leaders usually charge the most, so who dares to take care of them at this time? They all hid and pretended to be dead. News that an ogre lives in Building 17 of Fenghua community spread quickly. However, Luo Tianyu had no idea about this. He only knew that he was dragged into Meng Fan's 11th floor corridor and tied outside Meng Fan's house. Lu Jieqi also blocked his mouth with smelly socks, which made him want to vomit. Then Lu Jieqi went downstairs to find the gang of men, leaving Luo Tianyu alone kneeling in the corridor, tired, hungry, scared, nauseous, and terrified. What does this Meng Fan want to do? Suddenly there was movement from inside the door. Honey, why did you drag me to the door? Do you want to go out? You don't mean to be here. Hate it, why are you so bad? Luo Tianyu was confused. How could he not be familiar with this voice? It can only be his wife Shen Yanran who is so gentle. Why did Shen Yanran appear in Meng Fan's apartment? Could it be? A bad thought came to mind, like being struck by lightning. Impossible, Shen Yanran is not that kind of woman, I don't believe it. Luo Tianyu felt a fire burning in his chest. He wanted to rush in and question him, but he was restrained and unable to move. He wanted to roar, but the smelly sock stuck in his mouth prevented him from spitting out a single word. There is only one belief in his heart, Shen Yanran cannot betray him. There must be some misunderstanding here. Yanran must have been forced. Meng Fan must have tied her here and now he wants to force her to submit. That must be it. Luo Tianyu's heart was bleeding. Ma Dan must have captured Shen Yanran when Meng Fan went to arrest Li Hong last time. This guy just wants to deliberately humiliate himself. Poor wife, you are suffering. Meng Fan, you son of a bitch, you must die a good death. Luo Tianyu roared in his heart, in agony, but the next second, a silver bell-like laugh came out of him, then he started crying, sobbing and complaining. Husband, I love you so much. Luo Tianyu's struggle stopped abruptly, and his eyes widened in disbelief. He spoke so clearly, it was impossible that he was drugged, it was completely voluntary. This didn't seem like the first time at all, and it was obvious that the two had formed a tacit understanding. This bitch. I thought you were pure and innocent, and wanted to save it. Looking back on the past, he was the CEO of a listed company, with a promising future and in the prime of his life. He had a beautiful wife who was envied by all men. He had a top mistress, Linlin, who could serve him so well every time. Later, he had a child, which made up for the last blank in his heart. His happy life was perfect, but it was only a few days. Meng Fan suddenly appeared, making his company's listing path out of reach. The end of the world came, and everything he had was gone overnight. Then Linlin threw herself into Li Yandong's arms, only to find out that even the child did not belong to her, and his father was most likely Li Yandong. Originally, he was somewhat fortunate that he still had a limited edition good wife with fair skin, beautiful face, gentleness and virtue. As a result, his wife had already been involved with Meng Fan. He even suspected that Shen Yanran deliberately quarreled with him when she was present with Meng Fan, just to get a hint from Meng Fan's eyes. Damn it. He was fooled by Meng Fan for so long. Was he the number one wronged person? Luo Tianyu wanted to cry but had no tears, and the stinky socks in his mouth seemed to be more aggressive. At this moment, Meng Fan's grim smile came into his ears. Mr. Luo, is it enjoyable? Luo Tianyu's fat body trembled, and he found that there was a Bluetooth headset in his ears. It was sealed with tape, even if he didn't want to hear the movement inside. Meng Fan, you beast. Woo-woo. Luo Tianyu couldn't speak, he could only sob to express his anger. Husband, who are you talking to? Don't be distracted. All the sounds of Meng Fan and Shen Yanran's laughter filled his ears. Luo Tianyu felt that he was about to be tortured and collapsed. A surge of blood surged in his heart, and a mouthful of blood gushed out, but it all vomited on the smelly socks. It was all absorbed, and then it flowed back into his throat. It was so disgusting that Luo Tianyu wanted to vomit. Damn it, Meng Fan, you really deserve to die. He was so angry that his eyes went black and he fell to the ground and fainted. Inside the door, Shen Yanran was stunned. Husband, what sound seems to be outside the door? At this moment, Shen Yanran was wearing home pajamas, and her long hair that had just been taken a shower was draped over her shoulders. Press the door control. but there was nothing in front of the camera. Strange, I really heard a sound. Meng Fan whispered to Xin Yanran's ear. Apart from you, what other sound could there be? Woo woo woo, husband, you teased me again. Meng Fan looked at his little cutie tenderly, without exposing her. He just wanted to torture Luo Tianyu, not to add psychological burden to Xin Yanran. Keeping it in the dark is the best. Xin Yanran, relieved, let go completely. Originally, she was just worried that she would be seen by a few sisters playing with Meng Fan in public, and she felt a little uncomfortable, but now, who cares? With a husband, everything is enough. Turning over. Automatic. Husband, I applied to turn on the pilot mode. Meng Fan lay down on the floor steadily. Approved. Chapter 98. The information about the green-eyed person, it turns out to be you. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tonight, I am very happy, but Meng Fan did not go too far, leaving Xin Yanran with some strength. After all, he still had to take care of the two elders. Although Tong Lu checked them every day and took his own medicine, the health of the two elders was getting worse. Tong Lu is estimated to be in these few days. Taiwan Novel Network. Today is a special case. Otherwise Meng Fan would not have pulled Xin Yanran out for exercise. In the second half of the night, Xin Yanran was released and Xinya was called, nothing else, just wanting to have a pillow when sleeping, killing Li Yandong and his little brother and the two old beasts Wang Fang and Lu Dezhu in one breath made Meng Fan sleep very well. Thoughts were clear. He slept until more than 10 o'clock the next day before opening his eyes. He woke Qinyao up and asked her to give him a massage before lazily turning over and getting out of bed. After contacting LV Jiaqi, I learned that Sui Yuting had already sent him a safe breakfast early in the morning. He was so excited that he had already pulled the coolies to clean up the mutants. Now the parking lot area directly below has been cleaned up and they are heading to Area C. Meng Fan was a little embarrassed, but it was really useful to use Sui Yuting to buff LV Jiaqi. Sui Yuting had already prepared breakfast for everyone, and Meng Fan opened his phone while eating breakfast. I was too busy with business yesterday and didn't have time to check the news. I remember that Yu Yixuan seemed to have sent something to me yesterday. When I saw this, the fried rice in my mouth almost spit out. Damn, this. Ding, a new rare mutant was found. Name, Armored Violent Dog. Identity, K9 Mutant, Original Body Alaska. Level 3. Strength, 17 stars. Stamina, 20 stars. Perception, 8 stars. Features, possessing sharp fangs and claws, while the fur of the whole body is mutated to be as hard as steel, enough to withstand bullets, and the defense is top-notch among the same level. Evaluation. It is a special mutant subspecies among mutant dogs, with both offensive and defensive capabilities. Because it still has the residual pet consciousness from its life, it has a strong sense of territory and lingers in the community. New mutant was found. Armored Violent Dog has been included in the mutant illustrations. Fuck. Is this a photo of green eyes? The green eyes that I couldn't find were actually taken by Yu Yixuan. This cutie is really awesome. It shows that it has a strong sense of territory, and it seems that this is why it has been lingering in the community. This is a great threat to me. Looks like we have to find a way to kill it. Meng Fan was full of fighting spirit. Although he was a level 3 mutant like the vampire locust, Meng Fan was no longer the same as before. Through return critical hit, all his guns, bullets, and bulletproof vests were strengthened. He was also promoted to a level 2 awakener. There was a difference in attributes between him and the ironclad violent dog, but it was within the controllable range. You can fight. But the system prompts at the end were a bit strange. Strategy tips. The ironclad violent dog was named Ampere before his death. He was often beaten by his master for tearing up his family. Calling his name or beating him during the battle might have a miraculous effect. Meng Fan was a little confused. Beating him? Miraculous effect? Maybe, but Meng Fan still advocates the international culture of firepower first. Send the information to Yu Yixuan. On the other side, Yu Yixuan was lying on the bed board. A pair of white legs were raised on it, and the toes were holding the cute bunny slippers and swaying up and down. Suddenly the shoes fell off, and the bunny bumped into the cute buttocks and bounced off to the ground. "Oh, bad bunny, why did you poke my butt?" Yu Yixuan pouted, rubbed her buttocks, and lay back on the bed and picked up her phone. There is still no news about little brother Junlin for a whole night. Nothing will happen, right? According to Asakura Yuu, there is not only Meng Fan, the killer boss, but also a perverted killer in the building. Anyone would be worried. After all, this is a little boy who is probably only 10 years old. The more I think about it, the more worried I am, and I decide to send another message. At this time, Meng Fan's message came first. It was Ampere's detailed information. Yu Yixuan sat up happily. "Brother, I'm glad you're okay. There are so many perverts in your building, be sure to hide them." Meng Fan was speechless. In fact, there are not so many perverts at all, they are just my vests. But Meng Fan was too lazy to explain this misunderstanding. It's not bad to let them spread rumors, so that people in other residential buildings outside will not have the courage to come and cause trouble for me. Change the subject. How did you take this photo? This is also the point that Meng Fan pays the most attention to. He noticed that the photo is wrong from the beginning. This can obviously be taken when you are very close to Ampere, but if Yu Yixuan could be so close, she would have died long ago. In addition, the background of this underground garage is obviously the West District of Fenghua community. Yu Yixuan lives in the East District. How could she come here to take pictures? Yu Yixuan didn't expect Meng Fan to be so cautious, and stuck out her tongue. "Sorry, brother, it was taken by a good girlfriend of mine. She knows that I have your prestige, so she wants me to help ask you." "Hee, you don't mind, do you?" Plus a cute expression of sticking out his tongue. Meng Fan didn't care, and asked casually, "What does she want the information about this thing for?" "This guy was originally my friend's pet dog. She wants information to see if she can charm her pet back." "Ha!" Meng Fan raised his eyebrows. "Charm? Could it be? Your friend is a woman?" "Yes, she also lives in your West District." "Of course, I can't tell you his specific address. You know, hee. After a few days of understanding, Yu Yixuan felt very good about Meng Fan and didn't think much about it. Meng Fan revealed his ability and shared the mutant information with everyone selflessly. "He must be a rare warm man, telling me such critical information. It is reasonable to answer some of his questions. What's more, I didn't reveal too much, nor did I clearly tell Asakura Yuu's address. Everything is under control," but she didn't know that Meng Fan on the other side had begun to raise the corner of his mouth. "I caught you." There was no need for Yu Yixuan to expose himself. Meng Fan already knew which building Asakura Yuu was in. "Last time, Asakura Yuu came and caused some trouble for me. Although it was harmless, he also helped Meng Fan recruit a group of part-time workers, but it doesn't mean that Meng Fan can forgive Asakura Yuu. Maybe it's time to go find her and have some fun. If we catch her, we can also ask Yu Yixuan's address. They must know each other." A complete relationship diagram and plan emerged in Meng Fan's mind. Very good. On the other side, Yu Yixuan, who is so smart, didn't know yet. She was still chatting with Meng Fan with her feet up. She kept sending emojis to tease Meng Fan. "So cute, but in the future, please be cute around me slowly. Check the time, it's been more than 10 hours, and it's time to go up and check what I've gained. Get up and go out." Luo Tianyu is still lying at the door, half dead. The look in his eyes when he stared at Meng Fan was not only fearful, but also a hint of hatred hidden deep inside. Even if he covered it up well, Meng Fan still noticed it, kicked Luo Tianyu in the face, and the smelly socks flew out with 2 bloody teeth. "You felt great last night, didn't you? You'll feel even better today." He pulled up the chain and dragged Luo Tianyu upstairs. Chapter 99. Ampere likes fat and lean pork belly. Brother-in-law, I still have value. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Upstairs, Linlin and Lu Xiang knelt for more than 10 hours, and their legs lost consciousness. At the same time, Meng Fan opened several windows in the corridor to fish. Although the mutant flies were dealt with by Meng Fan, there were still many mosquitoes. As soon as it rained, they all rushed into the corridor and besieged the two. The two were not only tied up but also tied to the neck with iron chains, so they could not hide. A bite would cause a big swelling on the body. The two were swollen like pig heads all night, and Lu Xiang even started to have a fever, but the most terrible thing was the little brother hanging outside. He didn't know what he went through, but he didn't die. Instead, he howled for a whole night. The two were so scared that they didn't dare to close their eyes all night, for fear that some weird things would crawl into the corridor along the iron chain. The wailing and screaming were like magic sounds piercing their brains, almost driving them crazy all night. Walala, suddenly, the friction of the iron chain and the sound of footsteps entered the corridor. Looking up in horror, she saw Meng Fan dragging Luo Tianyu towards her. "Meng Fan, I was wrong, please forgive me." Lu Linlin begged for mercy as soon as she saw Meng Fan. She cried without hesitation, and she was almost mentally collapsed after a night of torture. Meng Fan went up and slapped Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang, and picked up Lu Linlin. "Why, you know to beg for mercy from me now, where were you before?" That he kicked Lu Linlin away, left Luo Tianyu and walked to the window. "Come, let me see what treasures we caught all night." First was Lu Dezhu. After being pulled up, there was almost only a skeleton and a little flesh, and the little flesh and blood were eaten up. There was nothing valuable. Meng Fan threw the incomplete corpse directly down the building. The second one was Wang Fong. The result was the same as Lu Dezhu. It seems that dead things have limited appeal to those mutants. Fuck, you can't even catch a mutant beast. You two beasts are still two useless things even when you die. Swearing, Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang behind him didn't dare to move at all. The last one was that little brother, but when he pulled up the chain, Meng Fan's eyes suddenly lit up. "It's strong. I can't pull it." At the same time, roars broke out from below, like the roar of a tiger, and tried to drag the iron chain in Meng Fan's hand down. The iron chain quickly straightened and even pulled out of Meng Fan's hand. Not only is there a product, but it's a big product. Could it be Ampere, the dead dog? Ha 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 ha. Meng Fan was instantly excited and held the end of the iron chain tightly before the nails on the wall broke off. "Damn it, don't even think about leaving." At the same time, he immediately called Lu Jiaqi. "Get to the west side of the building right now, I caught a big thing. Be careful, it's very fierce. Don't get too close. Help me walk it, I'll go down when it runs out of strength." "Understood." Lu Jiaqi immediately led people to rush over. Meng Fan stepped on the corner of the wall with his feet, and the two sides fell into a wrestling stage. There were constant roars from below, and the voice was obviously surprised at what kind of thing could actually start a tug-of-war with him. Meng Fan was also surprised, as expected of a guy with a strength of 17 stars. This explosive power and endurance are simply outrageous. "I am now a level 2 awakener, and with the bonus of strength grapes, I can barely hold on." Delaying is victory. Lu Jiaqi and the others will be here soon. But suddenly there was a bang. The iron chain couldn't withstand the pulling of the two sides and suddenly broke in the middle, and the other end quickly fell into the blood mist, and the roar quickly moved away. "Fuck, just one step away." Meng Fan punched a hole in the wall and informed Lu Jiaqi that she didn't need to go, but this also gave Meng Fan a good start. "It means that Ampere, this dead dog, likes to eat living people. This is easy to deal with. Living people, there are." Looking back at the three people behind him, he took out a big machete with a grim smile. He. "Sister, brother-in-law, don't look at me like that, I'm scared." "Husband, don't, you promised to let me live, you said." Seeing Meng Fan approaching, Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang screamed in despair, but Meng Fan walked through the two people and went straight to Luo Tianyu. "These two are too thin. Ampere is so big, he should prefer to eat pork belly." "Meng Fan, what are you doing? What do you want to do?" Screaming, Meng Fan chopped Luo Tianyu's thigh with a knife, and then the other leg. A moment later, Luo Tianyu's hands and feet were all chopped off, leaving only a head and a body still wriggling. But this is not enough. In order to increase the attraction to Ampere, Meng Fan also took out a box of salt and soy sauce. Pickling it will definitely taste better. But Luo Tianyu was miserable. "It hurts so much, stop it. Meng Fan, you devil, let me go." The moment the salt touched the wound, the excruciating pain made him scream like a pig being slaughtered. He was in so much pain, but his hands and feet were all cut off, and he couldn't even roll, he could only wail. After Meng Fan pickled Luo Tianyu thoughtfully, he hung all 3 iron hooks on Luo Tianyu, and at the same time fixed the 3 iron chains more firmly on the wall. Now Ampere should be unable to tear it apart. At the same time, the legs and hands that were cut off were also Pickled and hung on 3 other iron hooks and thrown down the stairs, it's done. Ah! I won't let you go even if I become a ghost. Luo Tianyu fell into the blood mist with despair. At this moment, he finally realized the despair of Meng Fan in his previous life. Hee, scream, no one will come to save you even if you scream your throat out. Lu Linlin and Lu Xiang were so scared that they were shaking all over, but at the same time they were relieved. Luo Tianyu died today, and they should be able to escape. Maybe Meng Fan would let them go if he calmed down. But Meng Fan grabbed the iron chain of the 2 and grinned, I need another person to die. Who do you think I should kill? That the 2 were in a daze, and they are coming. Kill her, kill my sister. From the beginning, she is a bitch who has let you down. Lu Xiang reacted very quickly and immediately pointed the spearhead at Lu Linlin. Kill him. All the money you gave me was spent on him by my parents. Even the house I cheated you of was for his marriage. He is the culprit. Without him, I would never betray my husband. You are talking nonsense. You are a born bitch. You can't walk when you see a man. You are a dead waste. If you go out to make money and be self-sufficient, there will be no such trouble. Fuck you, ah. You dare to bite me. The 2 of them were already wrestling with each other without Meng Fan's order, because their hands were tied behind their backs, they could only hit each other with their heads, and even bite each other. It's completely impossible to tell that they are siblings, or in other words, this is the siblings taught by a pair of old beasts. Meng Fan admired them for a moment and kicked them away. I want you to talk about your own value. Those who have no value must die today. Both of them were terrified. What other valuable information do they know? Rack your brains, there is nothing at all. Suddenly Lu Xiang's eyes widened. I have. Brother-in-law, you are so powerful, and as a man, you must like beauties, right? I know where there are beauties. I can take you to find them. Beauty. This is definitely a rich area. Other communities may not have so many beauties, but it is possible here. Recalling Tong Lu and Sui Yuting, 2 big beauties, one is the best with a plain face, and the other is the best with a large amount of skin and a variety of styles and high adaptability. It really helps me relieve stress. Okay, but I tell you, I don't want artificial garbage. Absolutely no acquired technology and hard work, pure natural and pollution-free, even I haven't touched it. Lu Xiang took out his mobile phone with excitement and called up a photo of a beauty, white skin, beautiful face, and a perfect figure, a pair of big eyes of Kislin revealing coldness and arrogance. Sigh, the best. Chapter 100. Submit to my skirt and take the little trash. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This is my girlfriend Zhong Jiawen, she is also a flight attendant. Isn't she stunning? Brother-in-law, as long as you let me go, I will tell you her address. I even sent her a message yesterday. She is definitely alive. Please, brother-in-law, kill my sister but don't kill me. In your marriage, I am innocent. Taiwan Novel Network. Meng Fan is just a good guy. Did he directly sell his girlfriend to save his life? What kind of sworn oath is there? But he is just a scumbag. Meng Fan knew that Lu Xiang's girlfriend could turn Lu Xiang into a bitch, so Meng Fan felt that she must not be ordinary beautiful, but I didn't expect it to be so beautiful. This point really needs to be discussed in depth. He gave Lu Xiang a secretive smile. Remember what you said, if you dare to lie to me, I guarantee that your fate will be 10,000 times worse than everyone else combined. Lu Linlin was dumbfounded. I never thought that Lu Xiang actually had this trump card. He is worthy of being his younger brother, passed down through the same blood. Anything can be sold for profit, but what to do now? Seeing Meng Fan approaching, he was completely panicked. Husband, please don't do this. I can have an abortion by myself and give you a baby. This Lu Xiang will never do that. Even if his girlfriend was alive yesterday, she may not be able to survive today. By then, you will still lose both your life and money. You believe me? Lu Linlin was so panicked that she was incoherent. Meng Fan grabbed the chain around Lu Linlin's neck and dragged her downstairs, leaving the residential building and coming to the open space, trapped directly on the street lamp with chains. Meng Fan planned to squeeze out the last use value of Lu Linlin. You husband, you can't do this to me. I already know that I was wrong. Please. Lu Linlin cried and begged, but Meng Fan still ignored her. They also made more than a dozen cuts to bleed, and even Lu Linlin's mouth was opened. He also took out a speaker and put it in, and taped the speaker and the mouth together with tape. Make sure the sound can travel far enough. After doing all this, Meng Fan took out more than a dozen high-explosive grenades, tied the ring with a fishing rope and fixed it on the street lamp. He took out a dagger and opened up Lu Linlin's belly, stuffed all the grenades in, and then used needles and thread to roughly sew the wounds back up until they couldn't fit anymore. It was dripping with blood and ugly as hell, but it doesn't matter, as long as it doesn't leak. This is the second trap against Ampere. As long as Ampere dares to take someone away, he will immediately detonate the grenade. That scene, absolutely wonderful. After doing all this, Meng Fan clapped his hands and returned to the underground parking lot. The time for the blood mist to disperse after the rain is precious, so there is no need to wait here. Call up. LV Jiaqi, are you done with your inspection? It's all done. The nearby human spiders have been cleaned up. Now we have gathered under that building and can go upstairs at any time. Very good. Be careful, this guy has the ability of charm control, which is a bit strong. But Lu Jiaqi patted her chest. Don't worry, there will be no problem leaving brother Meng to me. Meng Fan was very satisfied. He had already given instructions to Lu Jiaqi in advance. Taking advantage of the gap where Xiaoting's mutants were hiding, he happened to catch the charming little goblin, and then find Yu Yixuan through her. Speed, be fast. Asakura Yuu woke up in the morning and ate something casually. His brain no longer ached, which meant that his charm ability had been restored. My right eye keeps beating and I feel very flustered. I always feel like something bad is going to happen. Suddenly I received news from Yu Yixuan. Ampere's perception is only 4 stars. And he still has the original pet consciousness. That's great. That Yu Asakura was overjoyed. This stupid dog is indeed the same as before, only getting into trouble and not having any brains. Although her perception is only 4 stars, if the 3 attributes of liberating the succubus form can be improved, the charm effect can also be greatly enhanced. Bringing Ampere charm back won't be a problem. I wish I could hug Yu Yixuan from a distance and kiss her fiercely. Sister, you have been a great help to me. As long as you are confident, be sure to pay attention to safety. Well, I'll go down and look for it. I have to give this bitch a good education. He actually dares to attack me. Humph. Thinking of this, I took out a rolling pin. The guide makes it very clear that stick education may have miraculous effects. Ampere usually uses this rolling pin to greet his family, so he must have an impression, humming a song and quickly going downstairs. But suddenly I could hear someone coming upstairs. Look for her one by one. She is in this building. Be careful, she has the ability to charm, but it should be used at close range. So we are divided into 3 groups. 3 people in each group. Once someone in the group is charmed, the 2 people below will immediately hold down the charmed person, and the others will join me to catch the woman. Brother Lu, don't worry, this time it will be absolutely foolproof. If you catch this girl and bring her back to the boss, there should be a reward. Yesterday's ham sausage was delicious. Of course, the boss is never stingy. Yu Asakura's heart skipped a beat. Come to catch yourself. He remembered these voices. They were the same group of people she encouraged to trouble Meng Fan last time. He hurriedly tried to turn back, but he had already been discovered. Someone is there, that chick. Catch her. Everyone rushed up excitedly. Damn it. Yu Asakura hurriedly ran back. The charm ability is also effective for multiple targets in a large area, but it can only be used for psychological suggestion. It is useless if she has been discovered. Even if she concentrates her strength to successfully charm one person, she cannot reverse the situation. Run. The 2 sides chased and fled, running wildly in the corridors and hallways. After all, as an awakener, Yu Asakura's physique is much stronger than ordinary people, and he keeps the distance, but there is someone who can't get rid of him no matter what. I'm talking to you, stop. LV Jiaqi stepped hard, and the whole person shot towards Yu Asakura like an arrow from a string. it was so fast. But no one saw that while Jiaqi accelerated, Yu Asakura had a strange sneer on his mouth. She had observed that Jiaqi was the leader among them and the strongest one. Now he has accelerated rashly to chase her, and has distanced himself from the main force. At this time, as long as he succeeds in enchanting Jiaqi, the two awakeners can immediately turn the tide of the battle. They've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for you for a long time. As Asakura Yuu turned around, his body was suddenly wrapped in azure energy, his black pupils turned blue, 2 horns grew on his head, and his 10 nails turned into sharp weapons. His coat was torn, and a pair of light bat wings grew from his waist, and a black tail quickly extended from his waist to his body. The pair of bombs expanded rapidly, and the originally slender waist shrank a circle, outlining a blood-spurting proportion. The eyes of those behind Jiaqi turned stupid instantly. There was no need for enchantment, ordinary people could fall directly. All the changes were completed in an instant, and Jiaqi was stunned and happened to meet the dark blue eyes of Asakura Yuu. When he turned around, his pupils rippled, and an obsessive magic sound appeared in his ears. From now on, you are my slave, surrender under my skirt, little trash.